Hi, my name is Tina, and I'm new to this, so bear with me. I don't like this whole camera thing. I don't even like FaceTime or anything. Um, so just bear with me. I'm going to be talking about irritable bowel syndrome, and this is my blanket. I sleep with this blanket. I cannot sleep if I don't have this blanket. I think it's more of a comfort thing for me, but it's my favorite blanket, and it helps me through a lot. Um, So I wanted to talk to you guys about IBS, which is irritable bowel syndrome. It's something that I've been dealing with for over 25 years, and it has affected a lot of my relationships over the years. And I don't really like opening up to everyone about this, but I feel like it's time for someone to open up about this. This is a serious thing that affects over 50 million people. I am on plenty of social media sites and support groups for irritable bowel syndrome, and it's people all over the world from Trinidad to Canada to Alaska who are dealing with this every day. My thing for irritable bowel syndrome, to me, I describe it as being like a prisoner inside your own body because it affects you and it controls your life. It controls if you're going out for the day, it controls what you can eat for the day, it controls if you're going to be able to be in a good mood or not, feel okay. So to me, it sometimes I feel like I'm a prisoner to this disorder. Also, you are a prisoner in your house. You can't go places like you used to be able to go. Um, Another thing about irritable bowel syndrome is that you can't be too anxious or too um, sad, which I don't know how you're not supposed to be sad. I mean, the main thing they say about irritable bowel syndrome is that you shouldn't be stressed. People are stressed. Life is stressful. Um, and the reason that I decided to finally do this is because of joining the support groups and starting to realize that someone has to try to stand up for us. And by making this channel, which I hope you guys subscribe to and share, I'm going to try to share my life experiences with you guys and hopefully get us all um, to get support that we need, to get more awareness for irritable bowel syndrome, to get irritable bowel syndrome seen as a disability that affects a lot of people around the world. I also have a petition for IBS to be seen as a disability, which you can see in the links below. If you have any problems, please let me know. And please feel free to share your stories. The reason that I'm making this site is because I want it to be a little more personal. I want us to be able to feel like we're not alone and we're not going through this alone. And when I say that, I'm not saying that this channel is going to be only for people that have irritable bowel syndrome. You can be about, finding out if you have irritable bowel syndrome, if you think you have irritable bowel syndrome, if you just want to know more about irritable bowel syndrome, if someone in your family has irritable bowel syndrome, because a lot of people don't know about it. A lot of people are naive to this and they think that this is just all in the person's head, and they don't try to educate themselves on it. And by educating themselves, they become a better support system for whoever they're with or around or a family member. So that is my goal, is to come on here as much as possible and just talk to you guys, hopefully see comments and share stories with you guys. If you guys want to know anything else or me to look up any information, I would love to do that for you. I just need everyone to know that IBS is okay. I don't want people to feel like they're some type of freak or we're weird because, we have irritable bowel syndrome. And we don't want people to know about it because it's a horrible thing to have. I mean, it comes with all types of symptoms and I can give you some examples of some of the symptoms you get. I can get abdominal bloating, I get migraines, I get diarrhea, or I could get constipation, I can get vomiting. And with all this diarrhea and vomiting, you're getting risk of dehydration. So I'm constantly in the emergency room getting IV fluids. You're nauseous, you can't keep food in. So it's a lot of things that come with IBS. But I hope that you guys continue to subscribe and to tune in, weekly with me and just talk about this and get more awareness out there for people. Another thing with irritable bowel syndrome is, like I was saying before about you feeling like a prisoner, you literally do, because you can't go anywhere and do anything. And you can't keep a job. That's why if you click below, please sign and share my petition for irritable bowel syndrome to be seen as a disability, because it is. I've had so many good jobs that I had to leave due to not being able to control my bowels. And being on these IBS groups, I see that a lot of people, doctors, lawyers, nurses, all types of people had to lose their jobs because no one understands why you need to constantly go in the bathroom. Like, they're like, get control. I mean, I've heard it all the time, get control, or it's all in your head. Even best friends that I have or relationships, people sometimes just don't understand it. And it's also been very hard on my family, on my children, my grandchildren, my spouse, because you're constantly sick all the time. I mean, you are literally sick all the time, and at a drop of a dime, you can hang out, have a good time, and all of a sudden, boom, your stomach starts hurting, you feel like you got to go, and you got to go immediately. You got to get out of there because it's about to happen regardless to where you're at. I have even had accidents out in the street and embarrassed driving home or taking my sweater off and tying it around my waist so that people won't see that I pooped in my pants. And this disorder is horrible, horrible. And for me to even say what I just said on air, like how many people are seeing this, but I have to do this. I have to do this because there are other people out there like me that feel like they can express this and nobody understands. And I understand. And I'm tired of people making it seem like it's in our head. Mind over matter. That's another quote. Mind over matter. You have no idea how I wish it was mind over matter. And I'm pretty sure I cannot wait to see the comments that you guys share, because I know a lot of you guys with IBS are going to say the same thing. Are you serious that you said mind over matter? I wish that it could just be mind over matter. I wish that I could turn my brain off. The other day my husband was going to the store and he said, babe, do you want anything while I'm out? You want any food or anything? I said, if you know any place that's selling new bodies, or if you can you go to a store and bring me back a new stomach? I mean, it's just, it's sad. It's really sad. And I try to stay positive, but it makes you feel negative because you're always having these flare-ups or episodes. And that's a term we use with IBS a lot. It's called some people call it a flare-up and some people call it an episode. It disrupts your life at any time. It leaves you weak and feeling defeated because you're drained. You're defeated and you feel bad because you made plans with people and you had to cancel them and they don't understand. Everybody thinks you're just antisociable and, you just have an excuse for everything. And it's so not like that. You guys that have irritable bowel syndrome know what I mean. So this is the reason that I'm doing this, and I hope that I do get support from you guys. I'm not looking for any recognition or anything like that. I just want us to feel that we have somewhere that we can talk and make a difference. I want other people to know they're not alone, and I want to go as far up the chain as I have to with this. to Congress, to anyone that's willing to listen, that irritable bowel syndrome needs to be put in the book as a disorder. IBS is a disorder. IBS affects you mentally and physically. You are constantly in pain. You are depressed because of the pain. You're losing weight. You can't eat. You can't have a social life. You can't go anywhere. You're in fear of going out of your house or doing anything. And you know what's really funny? People always say to me, "You don't look sick. You're not sick." Oh, please. They don't believe it. Why? What is someone looking sick supposed to look like? And IBS is not only the physical part of it with the vomiting and the diarrhea and the abdominal cramps and the back pain and the weakness and the nauseousness. It's the mental. Because you're mentally drained. You feel like you're mentally draining everyone around you. You feel like you don't have a life. You feel like you look like crap all the time. You feel weak. Your stomach's bloated. That's another sign of it. Sometimes I can look fine and have a flat stomach, and the next week I can look like I'm 9 months pregnant. IBS is a really, really hard road. It's a really, really hard road. And if I have to open myself up to the world to help other people, then I'm going to do that. That's just what I'm going to have to do, no matter how hard and how much I don't like FaceTime and stuff. And, you know, and I mean, I'm not going to come on here all dolled up, because that's not what I'm on here to do. It's not about that. And sometimes I'm going to come on here when I'm sick, so you guys can see that as well. I don't want to hide anything from you guys. I want you guys to see, you know, when I'm sick and when I go through it, just as well when I can sit up here and talk to you guys and express what's going on. So I hope that you guys subscribe to my channel, and leave comments, and share anything that you want to share, any topics or anything you want me to look up or to talk about. I would be more than willing to do that. And that's it. I hope I did a good job. This is my first time doing this. This was very nerve-wracking. But it's not about how this looks, how I looked on screen, if I messed up or not. That is so far out of it. I am on a mission to get everybody in this world to listen to and to take IBS more serious, and to understand that this is a serious disorder. For social services, disability, unemployment, everyone to realize that people cannot work under these conditions. For loved ones, for best friends, for coworkers, for everyone to know that people with irritable bowel syndromes have a hard time. This is not some made-up sickness in their head or in their mind. So guys, please continue to subscribe, and I will continue to share. Bye.